All right, we've got another superlative from the RLCS Major. This time, it's the most saves in a single game by 3 different players. We have 3 players tied for number 1, and they all had 7 saves in a game. The one came from TRK of Sandrock Gaming, playing against G2 in their first game in the Swiss. Had 7 saves. 7 saves. And actually, this is the only game that got 7 saves without going to overtime. So an impressive amount of saves, and G2 maybe a not so impressive scoring effort from them. I haven't been counting it. I don't think we've seen any of the saves just yet from TRK. But TRK at the beginning of the event, I know Johnny had talked about this before. I hadn't watched too much Sandrock 3v3 before, but of course, if there's any player who had, or any person who talks about the game who has, it would be Johnny. And he did talk about thinking that TRK would have to slide back into the defensive role for the team. There's one of the saves. Since Khaled, who is normally the defensive player, and TRK up front, was getting replaced by Senzo, a more aggressive player, meant TRK would have to be that villain spot. And while we watched this game from a few of their perspectives before, in fact, hopefully we didn't watch this game from TRK's perspective, because we watched it all from the Sandrock Gaming perspective. We saw that Senzo, didn't play that aggressive. He's actually a 3rd man very, very frequently in this series. But TRK, I mean, that might have been a save right there, registering an insane amount of saves, especially for a regulation time game, as he is cleaning up the back wall right now. One at the beginning. Yeah, I think there might have been one right at the very beginning, so we're probably up to like 3, maybe 4 at this point. Senzo's going to get a save there, as he sends that one flying away. That one, I wonder if that registered as a save or is not. One thing I noticed is it did seem like on the RLCS overlay, they were registering some stuff as shots that seemed like not shots. I mean, I don't know why they would have used any different like qualifications for what's a shot or a save, like for their RLCS, but I swear there were some really far off shots that they were counting as saves. I think we might have watched this from TRK's perspective, because he did score that first goal. So, you know what? We're watching it with a different light now. TRK, the defensive mind. Senzo, nice high 50. TRK, let's do a quick check on the scoreboard to see at this point how many he has. He has 6 saves already? Oh my goodness. I mean, a lot of those, at least a couple of those that did not seem close, must have registered as saves, because that is truly crazy. To be fair, sometimes saves are not a great indicator of, and this is going to be weird to say, saves. Because there's so many times that like clears or weak shots that aren't actually really actual attempts on net are sent there, and you're just the player that's in the way to clear them away. I mean, in general, of course, saves are going to be very indicative of a player who's good at saving on the goal line, but sometimes you're just in the right spot where, non-shooting attempts are going to get counted as both shots and saves. TRK with 40 boost and doesn't feel confident about going downfield. I guess with a 1-goal lead with a minute left to go, would rather stay nice and patient, and will carry this one away with 40 boost. Wasn't able to pick up either of the back hundreds, and still won't be able to as they spawn a little bit late. I think he's driving them right over them as they respawn. But there's only going to be one more save in this game. Maybe we already seen it, but I don't think so, from TRK. A high lob. TRK up first. You can see him calling Senzo off, saying that he's got it, as Senzo backflipping back down to the ground. Senzo, a missed double of his own. TRK can only barely affect the play with 0 boost. Block winding down, a nice 50, and great reaction to RLCS on that. We definitely watched this game before from TRK's perspective, because I remember talking about that move, and there's the final save. Hey, that's a big one. That's a big final save. Give him some credit. That is TRK the wall, and he is helping secure this game. Might have needed one more if Chicago had clipped with that, but TRK, 7 saves, tied with the most of anybody in the major. All right, this is our second game of players with the most saves. This time, we're looking at Team Envy. Turbo, Mist, and Atomic, right? I'm having a brain fart. But Mist is our player, our third man for Team Envy, who got loaded up on saves. We were just mentioning, he actually had 2 games with 7 saves. Both games went to overtime, so he did find a way to get those saves with a little bit more time on the clock than TRK did. TRK can certainly hold that crown all by himself, but Mist, you know, it's nice to see the stats back up a player who has been frequently regarded as, you know, one of, if not the best third man in North America, cleaning up the net and the backboard and keeping complexity out of their net, at least for the majority of this game. I actually can't remember if it ends up in a win or loss, but definitely a great defensive effort from Mist. Imagine how bad the event would have been for Envy without Mist saves. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of players get a decent amount of saves in general. Rocket League's a pretty save-heavy game, so you take any one person's saves out, and I think that team's getting completely blown out. But Mist is definitely a guy they really could not afford to miss out on his defense. A nice touch from Atomic down to Mist on offense. Not a bad shot attempt himself. He's going to go crossbar and down as he tries to clear Ray's Bowl out of there. Mist staying aggressive with a 100 boost. Really aggressive here as Atomic finds him. Not the best angle on the shot, though, but it does drop it to Turbo. And the team ends up getting a good shot of it, whether his was there or not. He's going to come challenge this one early before there's ever even a shot attempt. Yo, Connor Lux, what's going on, man? The first time chat as a sub. You got to appreciate that. Missed a high lob. Atomic couldn't take a shot. Mist takes one instead. Man, a couple great opportunities for Envy. This is a game that's supposed to be highlighting Mist's defense, but he's had a couple of different good shots and setups for his team. I don't think that one counts as a save, but might as well have been. A very dangerous falling ball in front of the net. Needed to be cleared away by somebody. Atomic looking to basically own goal. That was actually a great fake by AJG. That's a really good save from Mist to keep that out, because AJG, not only is he threatening another touch on the ball to, you know, move the direction of where Mist needs to save it, but he's also kind of air dribble bumping it by just hovering out in front of it, trying to cover its arc and make it so Mist can't get up to save it away. And yet Mist, the saving extraordinaire, finds a way to keep it out of the net and keep his team in this game. Turbo, a pass to the back wall for Mist. He says, I want the ball with my teammate, even if it's close to the net. Turbo, a wide shot. Mist resetting on boost. A decent 50 as he pops it out to Atomic. A little bit to be desired on Mist setups, but he seems to be looking for teammates more often than trying to score himself. Huge clear. Atomic may have also gotten credited with a save there. Oh, look at them. They're trying to come take Mist out of the game, and who wouldn't want to take him out of the game? The man who does not let anything get past him, as people coming to beat him up. Mist says, hey, Atomic, buddy, I do too much work clearing this back wall. I am not going to let you clear this ball in front of the net to a scoring position. As he jumps up and sends it away, we see Mist playing deep in his own half. Very little boost, but he's able to reset at midfield, win a 50 for his teammate, and he does a great job of always hovering in a place to be hit with a pass. But Rays bowled to Shad. This ball in a dangerous spot. Turbo, if anybody, is going to get credit with the save here, though. Atomic. Flip reset, trying to force some 50s through. Missed, got bumps just a little bit on his way to the net. So he's not going to be able to come up with anything. But a long shot won't stay high enough in the air. Where's he at right now? Oh my goodness, he's only at 2 saves right now. Chat, we're about to see a man absolutely keep his team alive for as long as possible. Touch off the side wall. Turbo can't find him. Trying to pick up every bit of boost on the field here. You can see making a concerted effort to try and starve complexity out. That was a great 50 by Turbo. Just finding himself in no man's land as he power slides away from the challenge. Just a quick camera check. See, is anybody coming to pressure him? He's not, so he'll catch it and try and take it low. Shad to the back wall. He'll get his shot saved away. I don't know if it would have registered as a shot and saved, but definitely a nice clear from Miss. Turbo, a double, killing the ball. Needed that hard bounce if he wanted Miss to have a chance at saving it. That might have been credited as a save as the ball crosses the goal line very dangerously. That's the word I'm looking for. Missed the 50 in the boost grab. A demo that, at least from our perspective on player cam, did not look like he did intentionally, but happy to take a complexity player out. What does a superlative mean? A superlative is like the extreme of something. So right now we're watching Mist, who had the most saves in a game out of anybody at the RLCS LAN Major. Missed a lot of open field, had to try and win the race, which affected him on the shot attempt a little bit. Shad to the back wall, missed. The saving extraordinaire, taken off the field, but it's not going to matter. Their team stays alive without him. AJG, that may have been credited as a shot attempt, but Mist will say no. Mist trying to fake Shad, not going to work. Shad just playing so aggressive. Raise ball, a high touch. Mist will kill it to the corner, and it's touches like those that are so crucial to defense, even though they won't show up on the stat sheet. Great shot here. Atomic will send it away. 3 minutes into overtime, it's what you'd expect to see for somebody who led in saves. There'll be another one, a very important one, as that was a great place shot. Missed out to Turbo. Turbo can't do much with it. You can see he was trying to reset on boost at the midfield. Wasn't able to get it. And Shad coming to take Mist out of the game. I tell you what, this is not the first time we have seen people trying to get this great defender out of the net, but he will not let his team get scored on. You can try and demo him all you want, but he will continue to send it away. Missed the saving machine in this game versus complexity. Shad, a couple quick touches. Turbo's up. You see great communication from Turbo and Mist. Mist recognizing immediately that Turbo was up and backflipping out of his challenge attempt. Make sure he stayed on the back half. A full clear back to his back wall. He will try and send this one away. Missed every time he's had an opportunity at midfield. Always tapping to the ceiling soft, hoping that he's setting up a touch for his teammates to continue. AJG, the air dribble, losing it whether on purpose or not. And Mist will send it away. Mist, a Mist clear. It will land with his teammates though. Atomic to Turbo. AJG a clear away. Mist once again sent to the back line. Having to pick up his 100 boost. This time, it's back too quickly. Having to work off pads. We haven't seen a complexity shot in too long of a time. We have almost an entire additional game played. All thanks to Mist keeping his team completely clean. Raise Bull a high touch, really good pressure to bump him out of that dribble, make it much easier for the defensive clear. Mist touch upfield, too strong. His teammates not going to be able to affect that to get it down to a scoring position. Atomic, a demo to Turbo, and Turbo just can't squeeze it in time. Mist stuck on the fence all alone, not something he's too foreign to, but he does get a defender to flick it above him to set his teammate up. Turbo, a shot on net, and there it is. Mist and his 7 saves keeps his team in it, and they eventually score. Atomic actually had 6 saves in this game as well, so both of them absolutely defensive crazy men, but one more player got 7 saves as well. The last player to achieve 7 saves in any game is Snipe JZ. Whoa, whoops, didn't mean to do that. But I actually heard his name said a couple times by the casters watching Era. I kind of forget how it was pronounced. But I think it was like Snipe. In fact, he's not going to be able to keep this one out, despite getting 7 different saves this game. They're going up against NRG, and that is a tough team to face. I think this might have been at the beginning of the whole event, the first event they played. A nice assist for Snipe as he gets his first. Was Era ever in the hype chamber? I think so. I think the RLCS team was very intentional about who they brought into like the hype chamber, and that the final games where everyone was getting eliminated always were in the hype chamber. So I think every single team got a chance to be in the hype chamber to make sure that they got to be played. Lots of pickups from Snipe on this back line. His team tied with NRG. He double taps this away. That's a really popular boost in Sam. Oh, the bubble boost? Is that what he's using? Because I haven't even really been thinking about it, but yeah, it sounds like bubbles. Yeah, the bubble boost is popular in Sam. I forget, someone was telling me that. I think it's also popular in OCE potentially, but I think we've seen a few different Sam players using the bubbles. I don't know why that's so popular in Sam, but apparently it is. Pretty aggressive gameplay so far from Snipe. It's interesting watching him. He is from Era Eternity, by the way, which is the 2 seed from South America. South America is sending Furia and Era. And you know, we watched that game from Mist, and just watching a defensive player play, it was very obvious how much time he spent in the back half, and almost seemed like he was never, you know, up. When he was up, he was quickly out. That's not what I'm seeing from Sniper. He is playing a pretty aggressive game, borderline like one of their front players, but he comes out of this one with 7 saves, so maybe it's just a nice long game where there are lots of saves. Oh, it's not popular in OCE. I see. Yo, Zekram, you finally made it to the stream. You're a big-time YouTube fan. Thanks for checking it out. Right now, we're watching the best saving machines, the best defenders you could say. Well, that doesn't necessarily point to the best defenders just because they got the most saves. But Snipe, one of them, with 7 saves in this game against NRG. Garrett tapped to the corner, and in fact, Snipes touch. Tapped away. I don't know how many saves he's at right now. I am going to check real quick. He's at 2 saves, apparently, despite playing so much offense. A great flip reset setup. I haven't seen too much of Snipe. You know, I think I've seen Math around the Sam scene for a while. We've seen Astromik. We've actually seen Astromik play on our stream before. We had Astromik play versus KV1 in some 1v1 show matches. But KV1 ended up winning both of those. So I don't think we've really seen Astromik much since then. Ooh, Snipe. That's not a great save. But it's all right. He must have played top-tier defense. He's going to miss here. Astromik's going to get the save. Math, another save. Man, I think this whole team might have had an insane amount of saves come the end of this game. A triple commit on a save from Era. But they do keep it out. And all that matters is the results. If they're not getting scored on immediately after, then they must be doing something right. Snipe just barely able to affect that passing play from NRG. Yo, Vitul gifted a couple subs. Thank you so much. Ald Triangle in beer mode. Welcome to the crew. Open net situation. Snipe, I mean, I guess having to outplay Justin, but I think he could have afforded to send that on the back wall a little bit closer to the net. And could have seen his team going up 2-1, but then maybe he might not have ended up getting 7 saves. Nice clear away from Garrett, and another good clear as he comes out the better of that 50. Any show matches today? Not as of now. You know, if a show match pops up, we could always run it. Might have been credited with a save there by Snipe as he sends this one away. Garrett to the back wall. All right, Feer, you got work in the morning. See you later, Connor Lux. Thanks for hanging out, man. Overtime. Like we said before, TRK was the only person to get the 7 saves without needing overtime, which is kind of crazy. Wow, this game almost ended here without overtime, or out too deep into the overtime. As Era tapping that ball tightly in front of the net. Nice double from Snipe. I'm excited about the Sam players. I hope to get to see them more in 1v1. I mean, truly, it's tough to play 1v1 in you know, the environment they have to with that terrible ping against the US East players. But KV1 has found a way to do it, and hopefully that inspires a good amount more. Certainly, these guys have the mechanical ability that you need to be a good ones player, but just takes that top tier mental strength, mental stamina as well to handle the ones game. That's a nice touch. I don't know if it's credited as a clear, but a good job of avoiding Justin to send it away. Let's see how many saves he's at now. Pull up the leaderboard here. 4 saves. His team has 9 saves in total. Snipe with 4 of them. He's going to get 3 more saves before this replay ends. A miss off the side wall. Something tells me this could be coming soon. A 50 with Garrett. This seems like a great shot opportunity. Wow, what a save from his teammate. And there's a save for him as they send 2 good shots away. Good defense. And so frequently erase great offense. I mean, we saw so many times a couple great saves cause the offense to dive a little bit deeper than they normally would. And then the counterattack gives him the game-winning goal. Astromik, a lob in front of the net. NRG eats it up right away. Garrett able to steal that corner boost. We've seen Snipe on low boost for a while here. He'll have a moment to breathe, pick up the midfield, but that moment to breathe is very short as NRG pressuring behind the ball, having to try and break up that play. Justin, a straight dribble at Snipe. He'll get a couple 50s on the wall. Really, this is just a credit. The 7 saves might just be a credit to NRG and the kind of pressure they put in this game. Era able to handle it, at least for now. Halfway into another game here. Garrett the double. Snipe almost too strong of a touch to clear it away. Justin and Garrett double committing on the back line. We've seen Snipe transition a little bit more into that defensive position as this replay went on. But at the beginning, he was certainly very active and aggressive upfield. Squishy, a nice outplay over 2. That's a huge save. There we go. You're always going to get some kind of game, saving save from somebody who is accruing 7, and that was definitely one of the big ones. Somehow, Snipe keeping it out. Garrett the double, and the teammate's going to have to get a save this time around. Oh my goodness, he couldn't get enough. Wow. Tough that he had to be the one to get scored on right at the end. How many did his team get in total? His team with 14 saves in the game. They forced 11 saves out of NRG as well, so just a high shooting game in general. Snipe couldn't keep the last one out.
So glad I got to catch you live. Keep up the amazing work, man.
Yo, you got to catch me live, man. Yo, Zekram23, thank you for the $5, man. That's huge.